What's up, guys? Welcome to the brand new season of IELTS Face-Off. My name is Phoebe.
You already know.
I was backstage and I was hearing you guys talking so affectionately about me, and I was like, you know, a hug is in order.
Did you get all teary and emotional in there?
Definitely, yeah.
Well, you know, one of the things that you have that I think turns a lot of people on is the fact that you got a 9.0.
Oh, wow.
Many times. How does that feel? And why are you aiming for this 9 so many times?
For me personally, because I teach the IELTS, I figure getting a 9 is, you know, the sense of validation that I needed, you know, to stand up there in front of my students and teaching them all these things. You don't really need a 9 to teach the IELTS, right? I mean, teachers do need to get to a certain level, for sure, but I think a 9 was just sort of like my white whale.
White whale?
Yeah, being an IELTS teacher, that's what I always, you know, aim for.
Have you always been this prodigy, this you know, English-speaking prodigy? Were you born with it, or did you have to overcome a lot of difficulties? If there have been any, could you share with us?
Prodigy is a little bit of an overkill. I went to English, you know, cram classes like most people, but I was never able to really excel. So for my entire academic life, so to speak, as well as my professional life, I've never really stood out or associated myself with, you know, English excellence or anything like that.
Really?
Yeah.
We were talking about time management, which is one of the 4 pillars to build up the success of a student. So what is your definition of time management?
I think if I could be clear and concise about it.
Giọng đầy bass.
It's ultimately using your time effectively, or managing your time to achieve both short-term and long-term goals. I think on time management, when a lot of people think about it, especially parents who are like, how do I teach my students time management? You know, they think of all these kinds of crazy things or maybe difficult things. It's really not that much. I think it comes down to 2 things. One is goal setting, right? Teaching our children, our students, what is important, what they hope to achieve, and really the other thing is prioritization, right? Helping us figure out, what do I need to do today? What do I need to do this academic term? What do I need to do this grade year? So a little bit going back, when we talk about goal setting, at least my team of mentors and I, what we like to work with students on is kind of figuring those things out. You know, what's important to you? Academically, extracurricularly, and then kind of like maybe athletically or artistically if you fall into that realm. And then trying to help them set goals, you know, what they want to achieve long term. Let's say they're in middle school now, but maybe in the future when they get to high school, hey, I want to be captain of the, you know, basketball varsity team. I want to be president of this service organization. Kind of backwards planning and figuring out the steps to get them there, right? Maybe it's an academic competition, like maybe International Math Olympiad. Maybe it's a research internship, kind of like backwards planning. And when it comes to more prioritization, something that I love to help my students understand, right, even at my age, and I'm sure it is for you, sometimes we get to do what we want to do, but sometimes we do what we have to do, right? And so for students or young viewers, I think it's important that we help them understand what falls into the bucket of duties, responsibilities, versus what is kind of my personal interest, what I want to do, right? And so duties, responsibilities are things like academic studies, house chores, making your bed, helping mom clean the house, clean the dishes, taking care of your siblings, right? We gotta allocate time to handle those things first so that we have time to pursue our own interests, sports, service clubs, extracurricular activities, music, whatever have you, spending time with friends.
Now, today's IELTS Face-Off challenge is going to be, I would say, a very challenging challenge because you're going to pitch me something and I have to pretend to be an investor and basically challenge Anqua on some of your concepts, and then we're going to reverse the roles. All right, so you guys be ready to be entertained by this section of investment challenge. Hello,
Hello.
Charqua.
Hello, Phoebe.
Hello. Today I'd like to present to you IELTS Face-Off. And we are in the first ever English talk show, and at the moment in time is still the first ever English talk show in Vietnam for the youngsters. So today I hope to have your sponsorship and your investment in the show to make the show bigger.
So show me about how you differentiate from other show when it comes to numbers, like rating.
Yeah, so our show ratings are extremely good. On average, in terms of every episode that we come out with for a talk show, not an entertainment show, but for a talk show, we have on average hundreds and hundreds of comments for every episode. Collectively together on YouTube and Facebook, our viewership for each episode is several 100,000 views, and some of our highest viewed episodes are about 5 million. Right now on YouTube we have 300,000 followers.
Wow.
350,000 followers.
Wow, that's a really impressive for an academic show then. So what makes such an academic show still having a lot of fans after so many years? What's the reason behind this?
We do a great job at basically servicing our fans. Every season there's something new for the fans to do.
What are the fans looking for when they come to this show?
The fans are looking for, number one, they're looking for good content. They're also looking for different mediums that they can interact with the shows. They can also talk to you online, they also ask questions. And of course, the majority of the people that come onto the show are still looking for that kind of learning experience. And we give them that type of learning experience within the show.
So I can call this as a social startup because it helps, people, right?
It's very much so.
But as an investor, I also really concerned about profit.
Yes.
Do you make profit yet?
We make a lot of profit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why you need me then? When you have a lot of profit and have a lot of big fan right there.
Because we haven't been able to expand to Japan or some of the other countries that are within the region.
You want to go to Japan?
We want to go to Southeast Asia and Asia.
Right.
Yeah.
So what makes IELTS Face-Off be differentiated when it goes to Southeast Asia market?
Okay, that's a great question. Now I think the key here is not to bring this show to those countries, but to really have partnerships with people in those countries who will buy the format of our show and create their own that's customized to their market. And if you think about it, IELTS Face-Off is a show that can be made academic and also be made entertaining. And it's
informative too.
And it's informative.
Okay, so what's your offer then?
I need to discuss with our producer.
Okay, I can be a
let's talk behind the show.
Yeah, let's talk behind the show. I'm on it.
So you did say that you read a lot. What is one of your favorite books up until this point?
I do have a lot of books that I like, but on the top of my head now, I really like The Alchemist. It's so popular to a lot of people. The storytelling is very natural, but it has a lot of ideas inside. I just love it. So if you were to share with our audience, what's that one or two phrases that you really, really identify with? What are those phrases? My favorite quote would be, your wings already exist, all you have to do is fly. That is so relating to my career anyway. There's a lot of opportunities for you to become great. And all you have to do is believe in yourself, do a lot of work, and eventually, some days, it will all pay off. That's one. Another thing is, it's for someone who's still deciding what they want to do in their life. So the quote is, do the thing that you love so you don't have to work a day in your life, because every day you go to work, it's going to be such an enjoyable time. I think those are two very, very fantastic phrases. I think it all comes to show the value of taking action and also the value of really trying to do something that you love.
Em ơi em đi về, em đừng ham chơi nữa. Hãy về đây bên anh cần em nhiều lắm. Em ơi em đi về, cuộc đời mình rất ngắn. Đừng đi mất thời gian vì những chuyện vô ích.
Anh ơi anh hãy chờ, em còn bận việc chút. Khi chiều xuống em qua, anh vui lòng chen nhé. Em sẽ đến bên anh, em cần anh kiên nhẫn, chẳng còn lo lắng chi. Sao anh lại hờn dỗi?
Is it you? Is it me? Is it us? You can see.
Is it you? Is it me? Is it us? You bên nhau nữa.
Thôi đừng nói chi thêm, chỉ còn là vô nghĩa.
Nếu không hiểu cho nhau, chẳng có thể đi tiếp.
Is it you? Is it me? Is it us? You can see.
No, it's he. Is it you?
Yeah, it's me.
No, it's us.
Now we see.
Is it you? Yeah, it's me. No, it's us. No,